Nigel Farage has been reported to UK police after apparently visiting a pub less than a fortnight after a trip to a Donald Trump rally in the United States. Anyone returning from overseas is supposed to self-isolate for 14 days under current quarantine laws, with few exceptions.
Here's a summary of the article.
Nigel Farage has been reported to police after apparently visiting a pub less than a fortnight after a trip to a Donald Trump rally in the United States. The former UKIP leader Mr. Farage was pictured on social media earlier on Saturday as pubs opened for the first time since lockdown in March. Kent police asking them to investigate if Mr. Farage has breached quarantine rules. The Brexit Party politician was pictured at the Trump rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the evening of 20 June. Sir Ed said, "There are clearly serious questions to answer for Nigel Farage. It is clear from his social media posts that he was in America on 20 June, and he was pictured at a Trump rally that evening. Given the current requirements for visitors returning to the UK to isolate for 14 full days on their return, Nigel Farage appears to be in violation of the quarantine. By choosing to go to the pub when it appears he should have been staying at home, Mr. Farage is showing a flagrant disregard for the safety of people in his community." Mr. Farage later tweeted to say he had been in the UK for 2 weeks.
This post received a score of 72,000, with an upvote ratio of 89%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Is that the same rally where Herman Cain and several Trump staffers got COVID-19?
Yup. He was allowed to attend that rally, in violation of US law, under an exception for national security.
Which is funny because having Nigel around is probably a detriment to the future of the US. It's like having an extra Trump in attendance. I'd like to thank the UK for not making us keep him.
Please, take him back.
We all know he won't face any punishment, unfortunately.
It'd be hilarious if he did, especially after Boris gave his boss Cummings a get-out-of-jail-free card.
The lockdown was turned into a joke once people got pissed off that the rules aren't enforced on Cummings. Now the 14-day foreign traveller quarantine will also be turned into a joke if nothing is done about Farage.
Boris's own dad flew to his holiday home in Greece this week, but had to sneak in via Bulgaria because there were no direct flights. And #X200B, the credibility of this government is a shambles.
Any government with Boris Johnson at the helm has no credibility anyway. It's only gullible idiots who thought differently.
The rules don't apply to people in power or the uber-wealthy. Why don't people understand this? You would think by now it would be obvious.
Farage holds precisely zero power inside the UK. He's leader of a party that didn't win a single seat in the last UK election.
He should hold zero power. Unfortunately, he's been given an absurdly overrepresentative media platform, and is quite influential with the kind of person that petty, reactionary jingoism resonates with. This is a man so unelectable he stood to be an MP 8 times and lost all 8, once to a man dressed as a dolphin, and he alone gets more air time than the Lib Dems, the SNP and the Greens put together.
Petty reactionary jingoism is this decade's hot political item.
Which decade are we talking about?
A guy flew into Hawaii, didn't quarantine, took pics on social media, someone narked him out and he got arrested. Would UK police arrest him?
Not arrested. It's a £1,000, about $1,200 fine, and they can take you back to where you're meant to be self-isolating. If he breaks other coronavirus regulations, he can be fined £100, doubling for each offence up to £3,200, $4,000. If he refuses to pay, then you can be prosecuted and forced to pay it by the court.
The gaping asshole for a mouth seems appropriate for this guy.
This fucking prick had gone to the USA up until Brexit reared its ugly head. He then returned, lied through his fucking teeth and helped divide the country, and plans on returning to the USA now that the damage has been done. He has all the appeal of a week-old rotting chicken, and I absolutely despise him.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.